Welcome into USL Pro Weekly. My name's Nicholas Murray. Very pleased to be joined by David Wagner. And David, lots of interleague action in the past weekend in USL Pro facing MLS Reserve teams. Lots of good results for the USL Pro teams as well, particularly the Charlotte Eagles coming back to defeat the Chicago Fire Reserves 2-1 and the Wilmington Hammerheads taking a 1-0 win against the New York Red Bulls Reserves. Now for the Eagles, this keeps them in the playoff places, keeps them in nice position. For Wilmington, they're trying to claw their way back into the race here, and I think that was a really important win against New York to get that done.
Yeah, a huge weekend. First of all, you start off with that Charlotte game, and exciting as it could be. You got a great crowd down there in Charlotte. They go down early. Tough situation for Chicago, obviously having played the Open Cup the day before, but still bring a very strong squad down. And Charlotte clawing back, getting the goal, and then getting another late goal with about 10 minutes left to get the win. Just great, huge for Charlotte. You know, they've had a string of draws in the last handful of games, so important to get that 3 points for them.
Especially with that being the first win in a month for them, and going from May 14th to June 14th, finally picking up that win. And very nice for Ben Newnham to get his first professional goal as the game winner.
Yeah, it was just a great effort for them, and they were just really into it. They were pressing the whole time, just real high energy performance for them. And you're right too, as far as Wilmington, big win for them. You know, they had sort of not the best start and some indifferent results, but I think they're really starting to click a bit more. We're seeing that team that went to the final last year a little bit more and more. They're playing their brand of soccer that that Coach Irving's going to put out there for them. Steers with a great goal. Just a fantastic result for them.
Now, a team that's been playing well consistently all season are the Richmond Kickers, and
Indeed.
they've been getting it done up front. Brian Ownby getting another couple of goals in their win against Antigua. He was featured on MLS Soccer yesterday.
Yep.
But the thing that's been most impressive to me has been the way they've defended. William Yombi playing very well at centre-back, and Andrew Dykstra on loan from DC United. They've only conceded 8 goals all season.
Yep.
They've got a big test coming up against Vancouver Whitecaps Reserves this weekend, but this is a team that's really rolling along nicely.
Yeah, we already talked about how many nice pieces they have in place, and you look at what they've done too with the guys that they brought in from DC as well. You'll get Seaton actually getting called up, right?
Yeah.
So playing very well, and a lot of the pieces that they've had there, like Ngueya and some of the other people have had just great seasons. Everyone's stepping up and contributing for them. It's not just one person putting the team on their back. Speaking of one person, though, we talked about Brian Ownby. He's destroying USL Pro opponents at multiple levels. Even when he was playing, gets called back and plays with Houston in some of those cup games or some of the crossover games against Charleston as well. So it's been really impressive all the way around. That's what I love about Richmond this year is everybody's doing the job for them.
Very excited to talk to Brian tomorrow for our USL Pro Weekly podcast this week. So look out for that on Thursday morning. A team that really is out of contention but is trying to get its way back in, Rochester Rhinos, and they picked up a very big win on Friday night, and then it was kind of a little bit nervous against Charleston, but they got a great performance from Christian Nixt in the second half, managed to get a point. They've still got a way to go, but they're showing signs of being the team that we thought they would be at the start of the season.
Yeah, and I mean, no one said that the job was going to be easy when Pat Ercole took back over. I think that it's going to take some time. Obviously, he's familiar with these players because he helped bring them all in his role as president. But that said, it's going to take some time for Pat to get them where he wants to. And there's no doubt that they have the talent. They obviously have some nice loanees there from New England as well. So I don't think it's not going to be an overnight snap of the finger process for them. But the way that they played on Friday night particularly was like the Rhinos back in the day. They combined well, they moved well, they pressed. Just a really exciting all-around performance for the Rhinos, and that's what they're going to need to replicate in weeks to come.
Certainly seems like Blake Brett Schneider and Tam McManus are starting to develop a little bit of chemistry. And you've got Tyler Rosenlund now pushing on and starting to get in the goals. Lance Rosenbaum also getting a nice goal off a corner kick on Sunday against Charleston.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely just... Like I said, some of the guys that we know can perform are stepping up and doing it this year. You talk about Brett Schneider. I think Brett Schneider has actually been one of the better performers all season. And now that if they can get all the other guys to come on board and perform around him, that's when he's going to really shine even more.
Well, we'll have more discussion about this on the USL Pro Weekly podcast, including interviews with Brian Ownby and also MLS Soccer's Simon Borg. We hope you join us for that on Thursday and join us back here on Friday for our look ahead to the weekend. For David, my name's Nicholas. Thanks for joining us.